Alright, I'm here with a brand new pickup video going over my pickups for this week. I got the Monday Memorial Day flea market and all that in here. I got some interesting stuff there. I got some garage sale finds for really only Friday because Thursday and Saturday were a dud. And just a few other miscellaneous things that I picked up. So we'll jump right into that now. I will jump then into my Memorial Day finds, which not many garage sales going on. Went to the flea market. It was absolutely packed, but I did find a few interesting things out there. First thing I found was these two games here sitting on the table that I picked up for $2 a piece here. Probably not the best buy on this one, Super Mario Brothers. It's kind of cracked. I didn't know that because it's in a sleeve here. It came in a sleeve, but for $2, I guess it's not horrible. But the real star of the show that I bought for $2 from that guy, I didn't even know about this game. I'm going to be completely honest. I just knew I didn't have it. So I got Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Hillsfar, which I then went and looked up and realized that it was like an $80-ish game on price charting. I didn't even know about it. I just didn't have it, and I picked it up for $2. So definitely a good find. I got a Wii bundle as well when I was out there. I just saw this little box of Wii junk on the ground and asked how much he wanted for it. And he said $20. So I was not going to turn that down. It came with the Wii. It's missing the door, but I have some extras. I tested the Wii. It worked. It was all good. Here's the games. The games weren't very spectacular, but I'll just go through them. Barbie, Groom Puppies or something. Wipeout 3. I always see these stupid Wipeout games. FIFA 13. I always see the stupid Wipeout games. I don't know why that's so popular. And not Wipeout like the racing series. I mean Wipeout like this junky Wii games. Crazy Mini Golf 2. Just Dance Kids. Tiger Woods 11. Active Life Outdoor Challenge. Madden 12. Game Party 2. Build and Race. Crazy Golf 1. FIFA 11. Wii Play. Wipeout 1. Guitar Hero World Tour. Lego Indiana Jones. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Lego Lord of the Rings. This one was a nice little added surprise bonus that was inside the Game Party 2 case, Mario Kart Wii, which I have a case for, so that will be, have a case at least. So that was a nice little extra bonus. And then Super Paper Mario. So, yeah, that whole thing was $20, like 20 games in the system. Very, very good deal. So that was pretty cool. All right, then moving on from my Memorial Day Monday finds to my weekend finds here. Didn't get anything on Thursday. I went out to a sale and then found out, for some reason I thought it was Thursday, but then I went out to the sale and then found out it was only on Friday. And it was pouring down rain, so there was no other sales to go to. So I didn't get anything there, but I'll throw some exchange finds that I got real quick just in the middle, kind of signify the midweek. I got this Dave Mirra Freestyle BMX for Dreamcast for $6. I did not have this one in the collection. And I got this, which is pretty nice, Wetrix. This is complete and everything. And this was only $5, which was really good price. So very good prices for both of those there. Then I'll move on to my Friday finds here. Once again, I did a little thing where I went to an area into the flea market on Friday, and then my dad, kind of before he went to work, head out to a different area. And he picked some stuff up. I didn't get very much. I'll go over what I got. So I went out to that allotment sale then that I was going to go to on Thursday, went out to it on Friday, and found there was like 3 sales going on. I can't believe they called it an allotment sale. And there was nothing there. I sign chased for a while and didn't find anything. But I did go to the flea market, and I picked up a PS2 bundle, PS2 Slim, and it had 4 games here for $15. The games were Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, Maximo Ghosts of Glory, which is like they tried to reboot Ghouls and Ghosts, which is kind of weird. Uh, this one made me laugh. Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. I don't think you could get a worse game title than that. And then just a Madden 2002. But yeah, with the system and those games, not a bad buy by any means. So that was cool. I'll go into the stuff my dad picked up then. Thanks to him for going out. He got a couple of games here for $1 at one sale. A GTA 5 that was complete in pretty nice shape for $1, and then a Crash Nitro Kart for $1. He picked those up, and then he called me a little later asking me. He showed me these two bundles here, or he kind of told me about these two bundles here. He said they were both $40 each, and one of them here is a Wii bundle with looks like everything that needs to have. Everything's in pretty good shape. Yeah, sensor bar, all the cables, 3 remotes, which is always good to see. It's always good to see some remotes, and 2 nunchucks, and then 3 games here. Zelda Twilight Princess, Trauma Center Second Opinion, which I still need Trauma Team. That game sold pretty poorly, so I don't think anyone... I think I'm going to find that anytime soon. And then Star Wars The Clone Wars Lightsaber Duels, which I actually had this game when I was younger. This game's terrible. It's absolutely awful. You know, you'd think a lightsaber game with the Wii Remote would be cool, but they found a way to make it probably the lamest thing of all time. So, yeah, not recommended. But yeah, I got the Wii here. Pretty nice shape. Everything looks good. All the doors and everything. So that's always good to see. And yeah, that was pretty cool. So they had that for $40. And they also had this here lot for $40 that I got as well. A N64 bundle with this disgustingly yellowed Star Wars racer. That is just absolutely... I don't know what happened here. Looks like the Pokemon Stadium cart. Pokemon Stadium 2. So that system didn't have the video cable. But I just pick... There's some pretty good off-brand ones that I just pick up at the exchange for a couple bucks, and that's what I pair them with. It's easier than just going to try and find, real ones. But yeah, you got the system here. It came with like that third-party RF one. Seems like there's something in there I'm going to have to take out. I have not tested these yet. I think they're probably pretty good because they're in pretty good shape. It came with a first-party gray controller with a pretty decent stick, it looks like. Yeah, the stick looks pretty good. Probably 8, 9 out of 10. And then it came with this third-party controller, which is a super pad. But I've never seen this rumble pack before, which is just absolutely awful. I've never seen this one before. Hey, how do I get this out of here? Come on, it's not coming out either. Oh, man. Wow, that does not come out. Yes, I am hitting I'm hitting the thing and everything, and it will not come out. Okay. Yeah, so don't really care about that too much. But yeah, I got those 2 bundles here. He called me about it and asked me about it. Here's the little sheets. Put little index cards with it. He called me about it and asked me about it, and said, asked if I would, if I was interested. And I told him to ask if they'd do $60 for both bundles, and they said yes. So I got both of these for $60 combined, which is pretty good. I'm not gonna complain about that one. I probably wouldn't have done $80 for both, maybe if there was more games, but I think $60 for both is pretty decent little score there. So pretty happy with that one all around. So yeah, thanks to him for going out. I know he watches these when he's listens to them when he's at work. So yeah, thanks to him for going out. Yeah, and then for Saturday. Overall was pretty bad. I went out and I hit a allotment sale. I hit about 35 to 40 sales in that allotment. Asked at every single one, did the whole speech, and just nothing, absolutely nothing. It just no competition either, which has just been driving me nuts lately. There's just no game stuff out there. The few game things I came across was just bizarre, how weirdly badly overpriced there were. One person had some DS games that were $5 each, and they were all missing the manual, and there was nothing good. There was probably like an Atari collection or something I would have picked up for $1, but for $5. And then this one was just kind of baffling. This one sale I went to. So the guy has some game stuff out. I see some Wii stuff first, and he has a stack of four Wii games, and then like an off-brand Wii zapper. Like just it wasn't even the Nintendo zapper you put the nunchuck in. It was just this really cheap-looking one, and he had. The games were nothing good. They were, I mean, these games I'd pick up for maybe $1. The games were Dead Rising, whatever that Dead Rising they did for the Wii. The two House of the Dead games on the Wii, which are decent games, but his price was absurd. And Ghost Squad, which is a game I see at GameStop in the Wii section for years. I would see it for 99 cents. He had that, and his price was $65 on just that little stack. I don't know. This guy was absolutely out of his mind. But I was like, absolutely. I was like looking at the lot, and he was like, oh yeah, that's 65 for the whole little stack there. And I'm thinking, they're like a system. Is there two systems? That would make it worthwhile. But no, I did that. Then I turned around and he had a Wii Fit board with Wii Fit and Wii Fit Plus for I think 50 or something ridiculous like that. I mean, that stuff's going to be there till the end of time. No one's going to buy that. And he had a Genesis in the box, but the box was in decent shape, except for the fact he had 45 on it, which I wouldn't have probably picked it up. I don't need a Genesis system. There's no games with it. But for whatever reason, there was a big like hole cut on the front. Like it looks like they took like a knife and carved out a hole in the front of the box. And I'm trying to think like, why is that? And he's like, oh yeah, that's just. I was like, you have any games for that? And he's like, no, it used to come with Sonic, but it didn't have that. And then I remembered that was the Sonic bundle. So since he didn't have the Sonic, carved out the part on the box that said it came with Sonic, so that I don't know. I can't. That's the only thing I can think of. But I hightailed it out of there because it was just a terrible sale. But that's the only thing I could think of. It was. I have no idea. But once again, I mean, don't try to get eBay prices at your flea market. I don't even know where he got that Wii Fit board and the Wii game prices, because those are not even eBay prices. Those are like, I made this up. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I guess high instead of guess low prices. Those are ridiculous. So I mean, you watch people on YouTube like getting these amazing finds where they're getting like good systems like PS3 or something for $10, and I'm sitting here like I can't stop. I keep finding people who still think their Wii stuff is worth anything, and it's not. There's another guy I was getting close to. I found a Wii and PS2 like cable in a thing next to the sound bar, and his prices are absolutely ridiculous. It was like these old like sound systems that no one on earth would want anymore, and he was like wanted like $200 for it. It's like, this is like a sound system from the 90s. Like, why would anyone want to spend this much on this? And it wasn't even really a notable brand. It wasn't like high end stuff like that. It was like Panasonic or something ridiculous. I don't know if it was exactly that brand, but it was like a fine mid tier brand. But yeah, I saw that in there, and the wife's like, "Oh, that stuff's all goes with those sound bars." I'm like, "No, these don't. These are for video games." Like, do you have the video games? Can I buy these cables? And this stuff, the cables are absolutely filthy. These cables have not seen the light of day in probably over a decade. And he's like, well, no, he doesn't want to sell the cables, or he doesn't want to sell the systems. I'm like, is there any games that he would want to sell? Well, he doesn't have any games for the systems. He only has the systems. And it's like, and he doesn't want to sell the systems. So it was just overall really, really frustrating allotment sale. I mean, it was just, I don't know. I'm starting to get pretty discouraged because I'm not really finding anything of note out here. I'm always happy to find anything, really, at the garage sales. I know a lot of people don't have garage sales or can't get out to the garage sales. So I'm always happy to find anything, really. I'm not going to sit here and complain and say, oh, I'm getting nothing. But, yeah, it's just a bit, discouraging. It's a bit just frustrating when you're just going out there and just getting the stupidest people putting the worst prices on stuff and not being very easy to work with. But yeah, that's all for this video. I did get some stuff, pretty good stuff. That $60 bundle is pretty nice, and that NES game, pretty uncommon NES game. That's always good to find something like that. So I'm not saying I don't get anything. I know some people get like I'll watch some people's pickup videos or their garage sale videos where they get like 5 summers worth of things for me at least, and they'll be like, I didn't get really much that today, and then they'll just complain the whole time. That drives me insane. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to ever make it sound like I'm doing that. But I didn't get a whole lot overall. But you know what? I did get some pretty cool stuff. So got to say overall, I'm pretty happy. So I'd like to thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Leave a comment below if you've been having troubles picking stuff up or if you've picked anything up interesting lately. And follow me on Twitter at ObjoGaming, and I'll see you next time.